This sentiment resonates deeply with anyone who has ever struggled to let go of past hurts. The Kardashian family, for all its glamour and media spectacle, is a microcosm of our own lives, filled with moments of triumph and moments of heartbreak, where the line between public persona and private pain is often blurred. Kendall's willingness to speak openly about these issues is a reminder that even the most seemingly unbreakable families are made up of individuals with their own vulnerabilities, their own scars, and their own journeys toward healing. In today's fast-paced, hyper-connected world, where conflict and division seem to be the order of the day, Kendall Jenner's candid reflections on forgiveness and compassion offer a beacon of hope. Her message that even in the face of deep personal pain, we have the capacity to choose empathy over indifference is one that transcends the realm of celebrity gossip and speaks to a universal truth. It is a call for all of us to consider how we might approach our own relationships with a bit more tenderness, to recognize that healing is possible when we allow ourselves to be vulnerable. Kendall's words challenge the pervasive culture of judgment that often dominates social media and celebrity news. In a world where every misstep is amplified and every emotion is scrutinized, her reminder to find compassion is both radical and necessary. It is an invitation to look beyond the surface-level drama and to engage with the deeper, more meaningful aspects of human connection, something that, in today's polarized climate, is more important than ever. As the Kardashian saga continues to evolve, the themes of forgiveness, compassion, and personal growth remain at its core. The reunion between Khloé and Lamar Odom and the subsequent analysis by Kendall Jenner serve as pivotal moments that could shape the future dynamics of the family. They hint at the possibility of healing old wounds and moving forward with a renewed sense of empathy, an evolution that, if embraced, could redefine not only personal relationships but also the public perception of the Kardashian clan. For Khloé, this may be the beginning of a new chapter, one where the lessons of the past are acknowledged and where the journey toward healing is marked by small acts of gentleness and understanding. And for all of us, it is a reminder that the power of forgiveness lies in its ability to transform pain into growth, to turn moments of heartbreak into opportunities for renewal. Kendall Jenner's forthright commentary on her sister Khloé Kardashian's reunion with Lamar Odom is more than just a reality TV moment. It is a profound reflection on the human condition. In her honest assessment, Kendall challenges us all to reconsider what it means to forgive, to be compassionate, and to embrace the possibility of healing even when the wounds run deep. Her words resonate not only with fans of the Kardashians' family, but with anyone who has ever struggled to let go of the past. As we reflect on the events captured on the Kardashians and on Kendall's unfiltered analysis, we are reminded that life is a series of reunions and farewells, of painful goodbyes and hopeful new beginnings. The emotional tapestry of the Kardashian family is woven with threads of triumph and sorrow, of laughter and tears, and at its heart lies a universal truth, that even in our darkest moments, there is always room for compassion, a chance to forgive, to heal, and to move forward with a renewed sense of hope. Kendall's call for gentleness is a rallying cry in a world that often rewards cruelty and indifference. It is an invitation to all of us to find empathy in the face of pain, to acknowledge our shared vulnerabilities, and to extend a hand of kindness to those who have hurt us, even when that hurt seems insurmountable. In the end, it is this capacity for compassion that defines our humanity and paves the way for a more understanding, forgiving, and ultimately more connected world. As the credits roll on this chapter of the Kardashian story, one thing is certain: the conversation about forgiveness, compassion, and healing is far from over. And in the midst of it all, Kendall Jenner's candid words stand as a reminder that while the journey toward emotional wholeness may be fraught with challenges, it is a journey well worth taking. Thank you for joining us as we unpacked one of the most talked about moments in recent celebrity history, a moment where raw emotion met public scrutiny, where personal pain was laid bare for all to see, and where the timeless themes of love, loss, and forgiveness found new expression on our screens. May we all take a page from Kendall's book and find the strength to be a little gentler, a little more forgiving, and a whole lot more compassionate. In an explosive moment that has set social media and celebrity gossip mills ablaze, Kendall Jenner has delivered a no-holds-barred analysis of her sister Khloé Kardashian's reunion with ex-husband Lamar Odom on the latest episode of The Kardashians. In an emotional, candid confessional that felt more like a private therapy session than a typical reality TV moment, Kendall, 29, dished out her personal thoughts on what she witnessed during the reunion. According to Kendall, Khloé, 40, could have handled the situation with a bit more tenderness and compassion. With the reunion being one of the most talked about moments in recent Kardashian history, Kendall's raw commentary has now sparked heated debates about forgiveness, vulnerability, and the impact of past trauma on present relationships. Kendall's words were as cutting as they were sincere. "It was kind of sad," she admitted, explaining that while she appreciated seeing Khloé and Lamar together after so many years, she couldn't help but notice that her sister's approach was too cold, too guarded. "I think Khloé could have been a bit gentler," Kendall said, comparing her behavior to that of her ex, Tristan Thompson, highlighting a pattern that suggests a lack of compassion even for those who have hurt her in the past. And while she acknowledged that Khloé has endured more than most of us can imagine, Kendall also emphasized the importance of forgiveness. "Find compassion for him. You can forgive and not forget. That's okay." This explosive commentary comes on the heels of an emotional reunion that marked Khloé's first encounter with Lamar Odom in 9 long years. Lamar, 45, who was once the love of Khloé's life and remains a figure of bittersweet significance in her personal history, reappeared on camera bearing gifts and a nervous demeanor that underscored the gravity of the moment. Khloé, for her part, did not hold back when describing the reunion as so familiar and so uncharted all at the same time, and admitted that trying to unlove someone who had once been the center of her world felt like a death. For those unfamiliar with the saga, Khloé's tumultuous relationship with Lamar Odom spans years of intense passion, public heartbreak, and personal transformation. Their love story, marked by the highs of passionate romance and the lows of intense personal loss, has captivated fans and critics alike. Lamar and Khloé's reunion on The Kardashians was fraught with tension and laden with years of unresolved emotion. And while the cameras captured a bittersweet meeting, it also laid bare the scars that past betrayals and trauma have etched into Khloé's heart. Kendall's candid debriefing of the reunion is a departure from the carefully curated image that many Kardashian family members are known for. It offers a glimpse into the raw, unfiltered perspective of one sister who has had the unique vantage point of observing not only her own journey in the spotlight, but also the complex, sometimes painful evolution of her siblings' relationships. In her reflective commentary, Kendall did not shy away from drawing parallels between Khloé's behavior during the reunion and that of Tristan Thompson, her more recent ex-partner and the father of her children. "I feel like I saw something in her that I see with Tristan," Kendall said, suggesting that the guarded, even cold demeanor is part of a recurring pattern, a protective shell built up over years of emotional hurt. To understand Kendall's commentary, it is crucial to appreciate the deep personal history behind Khloé's relationships. Khloé's life has been a roller coaster of high-profile romances, public scandals, and deeply personal tragedies. Her relationship with Lamar Odom in particular is fraught with a complex mix of love, loss, and the painful process of letting go. After filing for divorce in 2013 and then putting the process on hold to care for Lamar following his near-fatal drug overdose in 2015, Khloé's journey with him has been anything but straightforward. In many ways, the reunion was a chance for her to confront the ghost of a relationship that once defined her, to process the pain of betrayal, and perhaps to find some closure. Yet, as Kendall observed, the reunion was marred by a lack of compassion, a critical ingredient in the healing process. Forgiveness, as Kendall implied, is not about condoning past behavior or forgetting the pain inflicted. Rather, it is about finding a way to let go of the anger and hurt so that one can move forward with a lighter heart. For her sake, I felt like there was a level of forgiveness that was lacking, Kendall confided. This statement carries a powerful message. No matter how deep the wounds, there is always room for compassion, both for the person who hurt you and, importantly, for yourself. Kendall's insight is particularly poignant when one considers the broader cultural conversation about forgiveness and emotional vulnerability. In a world where public figures are often expected to maintain a stoic, unyielding exterior, Kendall's willingness to speak about the need for compassion is both refreshing and revolutionary. It challenges the notion that strength is measured solely by one's ability to remain hardened by past hurts, and instead suggests that true resilience comes from the ability to open one's heart, even when it feels impossible. The world of reality television is often a double-edged sword. On one side, it offers a platform for candid storytelling and human connection. On the other, it exposes personal vulnerabilities to an unforgiving public gaze. For the Kardashian family, whose lives are lived in the spotlight, every emotion, every reaction is scrutinized, dissected, and debated. The reunion between Khloé and Lamar Odom was no exception. Filmed for The Kardashians, the encounter was both a personal moment and a public spectacle, and as such, such, it was bound to evoke strong reactions from viewers and critics alike. Kendall's debriefing of the reunion was particularly striking because it came across as unfiltered and deeply personal. While many viewers might have simply seen the reunion as another dramatic episode in the Kardashian saga, Kendall's nuanced observations revealed the intricate layers of emotion underlying the televised drama. Her comments about how Khloé could have been a bit gentler are not meant as a public condemnation, but rather as a heartfelt reflection on what might have helped her sister navigate the reunion with greater emotional grace. It is a call for empathy, a reminder that even in the most emotionally charged situations, a little kindness can go a long way. In many ways, Kendall's reflections serve as a mirror to the audience, inviting us to consider our own responses to conflict and reconciliation. How often do we hold on to grudges or allow past pain to dictate our interactions with others? And how might our lives change if we chose instead to embrace forgiveness and compassion? By drawing a parallel between Khloé's behavior during the reunion and that of Tristan Thompson, another figure whose relationship with Khloé has been marked by tumult and betrayal, Kendall underscores the cyclical nature of emotional pain and the importance of breaking that cycle through acts of kindness and understanding. Kendall's comments also invite a closer look at the contrasting dynamics in Khloé's relationships with Lamar Odom and Tristan Thompson. While both relationships have been marred by infidelity and heartbreak, they differ significantly in their emotional aftermath and the paths toward healing. Lamar Odom, who once shared an intense public love with Khloé, represents a chapter filled with both passion and deep sorrow. Their reunion, laden with nervousness and bittersweet gestures, such as Lamar showing up with gifts, was an attempt to reconnect with a past that is as painful as it is familiar. Tristan Thompson, on the other hand, symbolizes a more recent chapter in Khloé's life, one that is equally complex, but perhaps even more charged with unresolved emotions. Kendall's observation that she saw something in her that I see with Tristan is a telling insight into the recurring patterns in Khloé's approach to relationships. Both Lamar and Tristan have, at different times, been the recipients of Khloé's guarded affection, a love that is tempered by a need for self-protection after enduring deep personal betrayal. Kendall's suggestion that Khloé might benefit from being a bit gentler is not a critique of her strength or resilience. Rather, it is a gentle reminder that healing sometimes requires vulnerability and the willingness to extend compassion even when it feels risky. Forgiveness, as Kendall pointed out, is a complex process that does not necessarily mean forgetting or condoning hurtful actions. Instead, it is about finding a way to let go of the bitterness that can cloud one's ability to move forward. Find compassion for him, Kendall advised, urging Khloé, and by extension all of us, to embrace the idea that forgiveness can coexist with remembrance. It is possible to forgive without erasing the past, to honor the lessons learned without being chained to old wounds. This message is especially resonant in today's fast-paced, often unforgiving media landscape, where public figures are expected to maintain a stoic front despite the barrage of criticism and personal setbacks. The Kardashian family has long been synonymous with dramatic reunions, turbulent relationships, and public displays of emotion. Yet beneath the glitz and the carefully curated Instagram feeds lies a complex web of personal experiences that have shaped each family member in profound ways. Kendall's observation that Khloé's reunion with Lamar was kind of sad because she seemed too cold is not meant as an attack on her sister's character, but as a call to action, a call for greater empathy in navigating the complexities of love and loss. By comparing Khloé's reaction to her experiences with Tristan Thompson, Kendall draws attention to a recurring theme in Khloé's life: the struggle to reconcile past hurts with the desire for healing. Her heartfelt advice, find compassion for him, is a reminder that even the most wounded hearts can find solace in forgiveness, and that true healing begins when we allow ourselves to be vulnerable. In the context of the Kardashian family, whose every move is scrutinized by millions, this call for compassion carries even greater weight. It is a reminder that behind the glitz, the drama, and the carefully crafted public images lie real people grappling with real emotions. By advocating for forgiveness and understanding, Kendall not only offers a path toward personal growth for her sister, but also sets an example for all of us that in a world rife with judgment and criticism, the greatest act of courage is to choose love over bitterness. As soon as Kendall's comments aired, the reaction was instantaneous and far-reaching. Social media platforms erupted with heated discussions, debates, and an outpouring of opinions from fans, critics, and fellow celebrities alike. Some praised Kendall for her candid honesty and her willingness to delve into the emotional complexities of her sister's past, while others were more critical, arguing that her remarks were intrusive or unfair. Regardless of the polarity of opinions, one thing is clear: Kendall's words have struck a nerve and sparked a broader conversation about how we process and heal from the wounds of past relationships. This ripple effect is a testament to the power of vulnerability in public discourse. When a public figure as influential as Kendall Jenner speaks openly about the need for compassion and forgiveness, it forces us all to confront our own prejudices, our own unresolved pain, and our own capacity for empathy. It challenges the dominant narrative of relentless criticism that often characterizes celebrity news, and reminds us that at the end of the day, we are all human, struggling to find meaning and connection in a world that is often unforgiving. Kendall's commentary has also prompted introspection within the Kardashian family itself, as members of the clan are forced to navigate their own complex emotions in the public eye. The candid confessions and reflective moments captured on The Kardashians have elevated the show beyond mere entertainment, turning it into a forum for discussing issues that resonate deeply with viewers. Issues of love, loss, forgiveness, and the enduring power of family bonds. Beyond the glitz and drama of celebrity life, Kendall's reflections offer valuable lessons for all of us. In our own lives, we are often tempted to hold on to past hurts, to let bitterness and resentment fester when someone has wronged us. But as Kendall's words suggest, there is strength in forgiving, even if that forgiveness does not erase the memory of the pain. It is a process that demands courage, self-reflection, and the willingness to extend compassion, not just to others, but also to ourselves. By highlighting the need for Khloé to be a bit gentler in her reunion with Lamar, Kendall is urging us to consider how we might approach our own relationships with more empathy and understanding. Forgiveness, as she notes, is not about forgetting or excusing bad behavior. It is about liberating ourselves from the weight of our past so that we can move forward with a more compassionate heart. In this way, her commentary serves as a powerful reminder that true healing comes not from clinging to the past, but from embracing the possibility of transformation. The Kardashian family's journey has been marked by moments of intense public scrutiny, personal triumphs, and heartbreaking setbacks. Through it all, they have navigated the complexities of love, fame, and family with a resilience that is both inspiring and, at times, deeply human. Khloé's reunion with Lamar Odom is just the latest chapter in this ongoing saga, a chapter that encapsulates the bittersweet nature of reconnecting with a past that is as painful as it is familiar. For Khloé, the reunion was a chance to confront old wounds and perhaps to find a semblance of closure. Yet, as Kendall observed, there was a notable absence of gentleness, a missing ingredient that might have eased the transition from pain to healing. In her reflective analysis, Kendall urged her sister to find compassion not only for Lamar, but for herself, to recognize that the process of forgiveness is as much about self-healing as it is about reconciling with another person.